little craze that we had for a hot little minute there. We had a nice little hot little run right there for a minute of that neo soul music. But how are you kids doing today? And welcome to another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters. Oklahoma City presents Montez at midday. How is everyone doing on this magnificent Monday? And I can't believe that it finally has happened. It is February, people. It is February. How we doing, good folk, good people? Is everyone doing well today? Are they? What's up, TikTok? What's up, StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, Spreaker? How are the people doing? Good folk, good people. Hope everyone had a great weekend again. But this weather, it's starting to make sense now. And I think our message last week got out with the people. I think the right people heard the message. When I said I can't walk in my neighborhood, damn the people that drive. I can't drive anymore illegally due to my vision, but I can't do my morning walk. You folks weren't doing your part. You were not shoveling your sidewalk. Well, after yesterday, I was able to do my morning walk. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you can't get that morning walk in, it just throws off the day. If you can't get your routine in, it just throws off the day. But how we doing, good folk, good people? We got some things to talk about today. We got the Mind of Montez coming up today, brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet. We have got Hoop It Up coming up as well. Got a little basketball discussion. What happened? Hoop it up. Hoop it up. Television and movie thoughts. Oh, man, that's going to be a good one. And I think you're going to dig this one. Oh, that's going to be a good one for sure. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. It does not go unappreciated at all, as we're winding down on another amazing season of Montez at Midday, as well as Who's to Blame, the podcast. Our last show of the season will be February 27th. We got to regroup. We got to repaint the studio. T-shirts come out March 1st. I'm excited about that. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hope we're going to add a couple of people to the team. Got to go out and get some new sponsors for you people to let you know where to shop at and what to do, what QR codes are coming out. Going to do a few of pop-up podcasts as we're on vacation, but our last show will be February 27th, but we will still be around. Good folk, good people. Let's get them high fives out the way. Chest bump that thing. Let's hug it on now. Getting there for the real thing. If you live alone, hug yourself again. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. All right. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you're off today, please help out your neighbors shovel their snow. Help out your neighbors shovel the snow. Stop trying to do these experiments to burn the snow and make drinks with the snow. We're going to stop that, okay? We're going to stop it. Let's grow up, people. The videos are funny, though. The videos are funny. And to my folks out there going through the motions right there, to my folks dealing with and hitting it on, my sobriety folks out there, keep it on up, keep it on up. We got you back. We got you back. And my folks out there starting over and things just keep happening. Nothing bad, but things just keep happening. Sometimes that's a sign to say, slow down. You're moving just a little bit too fast, but you're still on the right path. Don't give up yet. Hold your head up. You got this. Hold your head up. You got this. Good buddy of mine posted over the weekend. He's celebrating 10 years of sobriety. I used to work with him in the industry. My dude, Chris Swan. Dude has an amazing voice, talented guy, living all the way out in New York City now. But congratulations to my buddy, Chris Swan. And again, if it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. We have been getting a lot of response on our YouTube page, Dre Montez, as well as our TikTok page, Dre Montez63. Like, shallow, like, follow, share, comment, say what you got to say, high five, chest bump. You know the routine. And we do appreciate it for sure. Now, due to the vision issue, I see the things coming up. I can't put my face all the way in the phone. I think that'd be rather embarrassing. But I do go back and look at the videos, and I do comment and reply to the folks that do leave comments. So don't act like I do not respond to your comments, but I do. I still appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Well, I think it's time to get on into the show, right? Let's get on into the show, because I think I may get long-winded on this one. May get long-winded. By the way, before we get into the show, how did my football fans, NFL fans only, how did you guys do yesterday? Are you guys okay? Is everything okay? If you live alone and you're only a football NFL fan, that's only NFL is your thing and you live alone, what did you do yesterday? Type it in. Let Dre know what you did yesterday. All my NFL fans that live alone, what did you do yesterday to occupy the time? Did you find a new sport? Did you finally fix that door frame? Did you finally fix that tail light? Did you answer some emails? Did you clean up that back room? Did you finally call that girl back? What did the NFL fan do yesterday? Now, I like other sports, so I was fine. I was fine. But I'm worried about the true NFL fan. What did you do yesterday? Dre Montez wants to know. All right, let's get on into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes up. The Mind of Montez is brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet. Don Brown Chevrolet, located at 2244 South Kings Highway. Go see my man John Gibbs, a.k.a. the STL Truck Hillbilly. New cars, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs. Go see my man John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet, 2244 South Kings Highway, a.k.a. the STL Truck Hillbilly. Let them know Dre Montez sent you to Don Brown Chevrolet. Proud sponsor of Mind of Montez. Oh, boy. It seems whether your team makes it to the postseason, I don't care what sport it is, it affects you in some type of way. There's a conversation that's going to come up that you want to get involved in, especially when it pertains to the salary cap. And with the NFL winter meetings, I bet they got some good gossip going on, because some things going on outside of the NFL and inside the NFL. Now, this salary cap right now is at $279.2 million. It could go up anywhere from 301 to 305 million point one, 305.1 million for the NFL salary cap. I think the NFL is finally figuring something out. There's more variety in the game when it's not just the four dominant teams. When it's feasible for your team who hasn't seen the playoffs in more than 15 years, and now the pool is available for everybody to get in here and play. Now you got to do is stay healthy and make the plays make sense through communication. And I like that about the NFL. Now, there are other things I know the NFL needs to work on, but the salary cap increasing, I think that's a good thing, especially for these teams that have money but have bad math skills. Mine is Montez. So they are at the NFL owners meeting. So all the owners are together discussing the league, the pros and the cons. What are we going to do next? What do we want to add? What do we want to get rid of? What's the topic of conversation? I think Epstein and the Giants owner is definitely a topic of discussion. So in back-to-back weeks, we've had the NFL Hall of Fame say no to Eli, no to Bill Belichick, check. No to Bob Kraft, Spygate and Deflategate, okay? Now you got the Giants owner involved with Epstein, where there's proof through emails that he was getting a scouting report on the women for the Giants owner. And many folks were saying, if you'd have put that much information and time and effort in getting a scouting report on women, if you'd have done that for a quarterback, nobody would pay this any mind. So what's this going to say now when an owner is involved in something like this? Message. Missouri gaming is also on the mind of Montez. Whoa, look like you folks did some old gambling. 543 million people. 538.8 million people on the mobile app. 25 million individual bets. That's the first month of the Missouri gaming here. Proud of you guys. You spoke up. You showed out. You did what you had to do. Some are against it. Some are for it. Some on the edge. Some have no idea what's going on, but still participating. But it's okay. We're all going to get along, right? In the mind of Montez. The Lakers and the Knicks yesterday. The average ticket was almost $900. For the reason being, the last time LeBron, LBG, the King, LeBron James is going to be playing in New York. The last time those numbers was that high was when Kobe Bean Bryant played there. What is about New York basketball, in Philadelphia basketball, and Chicago basketball, when it comes to that game? The people show up. The people show up. When you give the people what they want, they show up. Case in point, what the Uninvited did this weekend, the Women's 3-on-3 Basketball League, that the women started by themselves, sister girl from St. Louis, LaFisa Collier from Incarnate and UConn. They sold out in Philly with a 3-on-3 tournament. If I was them, I would figure out a way to get the W out of the NBA, get our own league. I know they have 13 teams right now. They're trying to get to 15. I understand that. But let's think about this, ladies. Let's own this thing the right way. Let's own this thing the right way. Let's bring this thing down to 12 teams for 4 years. For 4 years, let's do 12 teams. And let's travel with the 4. We'll rotate the 4. Let's build our own arenas. We don't need y'all, NBA. We know. We asked y'all help in the beginning, and you've taken advantage of the situation. You lied about the numbers. You're not helping us the way you said you're going to help us grow the game. You're not recognizing what we're doing, what we're bringing to the game. We're going to do our own thing. The numbers they put up with that Uninvited this weekend in Philadelphia was just through the roof. The numbers they put up this weekend, I hope somebody with common sense that really want to help the women professional basketball players get a better opportunity of exposing the game, playing their game, being protected in the game, and being paid to play the game. I wish somebody come along with some common sense like that. We need a banana ball person to come and help the women in professional basketball, because that NBA attached to that W is number robbery. I said it about 20 years ago. They should have just formed their own league, get Lifetime involved, get Oprah involved. Well, back then, Oprah, I don't know about now. But there has to be a better way to do this where they're lying about the numbers constantly. Open up the whole arena. Open it up like you do for the men. Let them sell it. Let them show you they can sell it out. But when you don't want to open up the whole arena and you put the cameras in an angle to make the league look bad, that's not fair. In the mind of Montez. This is also on the mind of Montez. I'm not going to pretend I watch hockey every day. But when something comes up in hockey, I'm like, what? So there was a team up by 3 goals with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Up 3 goals. They lost. So I said to my friends, I was like, my hockey buddies, is that a common thing? And each one of them said, well, it all depends. No, that's not what I said. Is that a common thing in hockey where a team is down by 3 goals with 2 minutes left and they come back and win? Not one person said yeah or no. They all said, well, it all depends. Did they pull the goalie? Who were the 2 teams? Oh, my God. Minnesota Vikings, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Minnesota Vikings, get in here. I have a question. This is on the mind of Montez. Let me get this straight. Your GM was in Mobile, Alabama, working for the Vikings at the Senior Bowl. He comes back. Hey, let me holler at you for a second. You're fired. Hold on now. Hold up. Whoa, time out. Season been over 3 weeks for them. And they fired the GM. It's got to be something more to this. Just like in Django, that boy and that girl know each other. Something not sitting right with me with that story. The GM, not the assistant coach, not the scouting coach, the general manager of the Minnesota Vikings was in Mobile, Alabama at the Senior Bowl doing work for the Vikings. Gets back, let me holler at you, boss. You're fired. So allegedly, he took 3 weeks off when his wife had a child. Many people in the front office and around the league was like, they never heard of this before. Players have kids all the time. Hey, I didn't have a kid, she did. He took 3 weeks off. Apparently, there's no medical issues going on. Allegedly, that could be it. We don't know. Hold on. He gave away Sam Darnold. Oh. He gave away Daniel Jones. Whoa. He believed in J.J. McCarthy, who can't stay healthy. Whoa. And he went 9-8. Okay. Now we see why he got fired. Remember in school, when we got in trouble, what we say all the time? The teacher said, when our parents gave us the opportunity to get out of the situation, what happened at school? The teacher said, I was talking. Upon further review, you were talking. Now we got to extend the whipping and the length of the punishment. If we just came out and told the truth, we could have avoided the situation. On the mind of Montez. Again, brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet. Give you a recap what we talked about. The NFL salary cap, $279.2 million right now, could possibly get to $305.8 million. Yay. With the NFL winter meetings going on, are they discussing what could possibly be the situation with the New York Football Giants owner, since allegations over the weekend came out with his connection with Mr. Epstein. Mm, mm. Missouri gaming numbers out, and it seems like 543.8 million people enjoyed it. 538.8 million people did it on the app, and 25 million individual bets. Yay. The Lakers and the Knicks yesterday, tickets almost $900. Hadn't seen prices like that since the last time Kobe Bean Bryant showed up out there. Is it common in the NHL to be down 3 goals with 2 minutes left and you lose? You lose the game. The Vikings fired their coach while he was in Mobile doing work for the Giants, working the Senior Bowl. But upon further review, allegedly he took 3 weeks off when his wife delivered a baby. And also he gave away Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, and he believed in J.J. McCarthy, who can't walk 5 steps without hurting himself. And also they went 9-8. So that could be a lot right there. Again, for your next vehicle, stop on by Don Brown Chevrolet, 2244 South Kings Highway. See my guy John Gibbs, a.k.a. the STL Truck Hillbilly. Yeah, new pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don Brown Chevrolet, 2244 South Kings Highway. Yay! Well, that was it right there. That was it. Yeah. Not a bad little segment there. We're not done yet. We're not done because the weekend got a little out of hand. Got a little out of hand. Look, a lot of basketball. A lot of basketball weekend. I don't know about you. When I saw this, I thought it was a misprint. I thought maybe it was a little inventory left in the television from the Super Bowl. They were just running these ads still. But I was shocked and amazed there was an NBA game on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock on Prime. What? Charlotte Hornets against Wemby? What? In the Cackalack? What? We're going to hoop it up right here. We're going to hoop it up here. So the kid from Duke that was roommates with Cooper Flagg that plays for the Hornets, Carnicle? That dude, his mom played basketball. His dad played basketball, both in college. He has 3 younger brothers, all on the same high school basketball team. And he just got to the pros. You can't even tell he plays in the NBA. He has no visible tattoos, no crazy-looking shoes, doesn't wear his hair any weird-looking way. So he's normal. He hasn't been NBA'd yet. But the story of this young man, we're going to be entertained. We're going to be entertained by this family. But back to the game between the Spurs and the Hornets. Look, I can watch Wemby play every day. Every day, with the volume, without the volume. I like seeing what the players around him are doing. I like to see how Darian Fox is handling the rock when he knows who's to his left or who's right up here in his peripheral. His court vision is something else. They're just missing one piece, I do believe, the San Antonio Spurs. The Hornets are a fun team to watch. That was a very entertaining game. I like them jerseys that the Hornets had on. That's a very, very entertaining team. And that game was entertaining as well. If you did not get a chance to check that game out, you can probably catch it on rerun today, especially on NBA TV or probably online. But it was the Spurs and the Hornets in the Cackalack Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Great, good morning basketball entertainment for sure. You know, when something happens to anybody in the NBA, injuries, off-the-court drama, or when they get in trouble in the NBA, infractions or rules violations, or God forbid, PEDs. Well, it happened over the weekend. But it happened to a player with things just been happening to this young man, and I just don't understand what happened. If we could rewind the tape on Paul George. I used to call him PG-13. Then he went to playoff P. Then he went to podcast P. Now the internet is calling him prescription P. What happened to this man? I know there was an incident that happened when he was in the bubble, allegations with him and a former teammate, sister, or whatever it may be, but the drama kind of came to the bubble. I've never understood how you're so private up until a certain point, then everybody knows your business. After that, the cat's out of the bag. Once that concentration is gone from the sport in your job and everything else gets to be exposed other than you playing basketball, it's hard for the fans to believe that you really want to ball. Ever since that crazy, weird injury he had up under the basket when he was with Indiana, had that, oh man, that leg injury is one of the craziest, wildest, catastrophic injuries I've ever seen or witnessed on television. And everybody's rooting for him to bounce back, and he did. Injuries are a part of the game. We understand that. But then the load management situation came in. And then we get to hearing about your extracurricular activities. Proof is in the pudding by your production on the court. But we as fans, we're not supposed to question it. When we do, we get yelled at. Or we get, you don't understand, or you don't know what I go through. I don't want to play that game. But I'm just questioning, wondering, where is Paul George's support group? The friends that care. When he came in the league as Paul George. When he got the nickname, PG-13, Playoff P, Podcast P. What those guys at? Just wondering what it's at. Hoop it up. Hoop it up. As I said, unrivaled. Took the game to Philly. 21,480 people showed up. If they can do that, they got to see the picture. Damn the size of the picture. You know, when you're passionate about something, are you trying to do your own thing or get the believability out there? It's not about the size of the picture. Do you see it? As long as you can see it, it can happen. And that I think that's the problem. Everybody is trying to think it's about the money situation with the WNBA. It's not about the money. It's about understanding what they're doing. They have some of the best talent I've seen in the WNBA probably since the first 10 years it started. I don't think there's really a team that's like, oh man, they're never going to win a game. I don't know. I don't know. But if somebody with common sense and some money that doesn't want to take advantage of the women, and remember, it's about the women. It's the reason it's the league for the women. If they can figure out a really, really idea and a plan that works for everybody, I'm telling you, those numbers matter. 21,000? I don't know if you saw the highlights over the weekend, but go look at the highlights over the weekend. It's just like outdoor hockey. Oh, my God. What they did between Penn State and Michigan State. Penn State and Michigan State played an outdoor hockey game. They had more people in attendance at that outdoor hockey game than there was at the college football national championship, which was played in Miami, outdoors in Miami, Florida. These hockey people outside. An outdoor hockey game outdrew more people at a football game in Miami, Florida, outdoors. Message. Then you had the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning playing a game outdoors in Tampa. Are you kidding? This outdoor hockey. This outdoor hockey should be a regular thing, people. That's what the people want. Footnote here: SLU basketball team, get in here. St. Louis University basketball team, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. It said, by the way, great beatdown to put on date. That was a whipping, and we saw what your coach did in the locker room. He put a whipping on that chair. So everybody want to whip things now. And that's the new. Everybody want to whip things now. Okay, let's see how far this trend gonna go. Let's see how far this trend gonna go. Great win. My first time watching a SLU game all the way through this season. Like it. Nice hairstyles on the team. Don't know any of the players personally or the whole name, first and last name. But my only thing was, it said, Billiken Blizzard, please wear your white clothing. What was the blizzard? I saw red shirts, yellow, blue, couple purple shirts, a few black ones, a tiger stripe, and a bunch of people with their shirt off. I need everybody that think they know what a whiteout party is or a blizzard party should look like. Go see what Penn State does. Just don't do that again. I told my friends all around the world to watch that game. I'm going to show you my folks in St. Louis know how to do it. They're going to show you what a whiteout party in the St. Louis area looks like, blizzard style. That was atrocious. It looked like the streets trying to be shoveled last year. Let it go, Dre. Let it go. Let it go. Well, that right there, kids, was the hoop it up. That's what I saw in basketball. Oh, wait, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We forgot about that Tennessee-UConn women's basketball game yesterday. Oh, my goodness. It was – UConn came out 18-3 to start the game. Tennessee battles back. It's 42-42. Halftime. We knotted up. What happened over the next 32 minutes, you had to be there to believe it. UConn went video game double dribble. They were hitting threes like it was nobody's business. They were rebounding. They were passing. AZ Fudd was just all over the place. They won by 30. They won by 30 points. LSU women's basketball team scored 100 points again. This women's basketball season about to come down to the wire. Texas women's basketball team. Keep an eye on them. I told you about them last year. I told you about the beginning of the season. This team is getting better. They're learning off their mistakes, and they're getting better what they were mediocre at. This team is putting it together. If you don't watch women's college basketball, where you at? What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem? Don't forget, starting this Thursday, February 5th, SEC women's college softball starts. Oh, my goodness. And that right there was hooping it on up right there. We're going to hoop it on up. All right, here we go. TV, movie thoughts. TV and movie thoughts. I don't know how your relationship is with your oldest child, your parents, or your siblings. If it's a little rocky, if it's perfect, or you want a little improvement, either way, there's a show on Hulu called Unprisoned with Delroy Lindo and Kerry Washington. Make a long story short, her father went to prison in a very uncomfortable way, kind of messed her life up through the show, she says. He gets out, and now he's living with her. He's cleaned his life up, but they go through the obstacles. She has 2 kids, and the obstacles that they go through in the way they give the conversation through the show and the rebuttal that they both have is very, very therapeutic. I think a lot of people could use it as tools. If you haven't seen this show, it's on Hulu. It's called Unprisoned with Delroy Lindo and Kerry Washington. Check it on out for sure. And also, Bautista and Jason Momoa, Aquaman, they have a new movie out called The Wrecking Crew. If you have 4K television, a high resolution television, blackout curtains, a very nice sound system or surround sound, you're going to enjoy this movie. The action in this movie is wild. It is wild. If you've ever been to Hawaii, if you haven't been in a while, if you want to go to Hawaii, you definitely need to watch this. It gives the 808 the love it deserves. But check out The Wrecking Crew for sure. Oh, my goodness. And one more, I got one. Here's an idea. I usually try to keep these things to myself, but I think this one could really, really work. Hear me out. After watching P-Valley with Uncle Clifford, if you haven't seen P-Valley, I don't have enough time in the day to tell you about P-Valley. There's not enough time in the day. But P-Valley gave me the idea during COVID when they had the car wash, when they had the drive-in, car wash, drive-in, strip club. I got another one for you. Karaoke strip club. You're welcome. That's it. Karaoke strip club. Huh? Say it with me. Genius idea. Genius. Karaoke strip club. Who's coming with? Huh? Who's coming with? Huh? If they can do steak night at a strip club and sell out of steaks, we can do karaoke strip club. Huh? Karaoke strip club. Huh? What's stopping you from going? You're singing and she's dancing to you singing. It's a match made in heaven. Huh? That's bringing to Vegas anywhere you want to go. You're welcome. Before we get into the segment, I know this is Super Bowl week, but we have a show Wednesday and we have a show Friday. We have plenty of time to talk about the Super Bowl. Plenty of time. But it still irks me off a little bit because in the non-football day yesterday, as I picked up a new hobby, I like writing in my robe with all the TVs on but the volume down. Just writing in my robe. While I was writing in my robe yesterday, it occurred to me today I would have been leaving to go to California to the Super Bowl if Denver would have done what they were supposed to do. If you'd have just kicked the damn field goal. Woosah. Let it go, Dre. Let it go. Let it. She said she doesn't love you anymore. Let it go, Dre. It's over with. We can dream. But today, I would have been leaving this morning at 8 a.m., driving to California to go to the Super Bowl. But no. Coaches get in their feelings. Think they smarter than everybody. Everybody has dated somebody that thought they were smarter than everybody. You still with them? No. See? Message. But let it go. All right. This segment here is called Can you imagine getting to call your kid's professional game? Your kid played basketball. You've been calling basketball games for 20 years. And on the schedule, your kid's game. Could you keep it together? Football, could you keep it together? Huh? I know it happened to Dale Curry. I know it happened to Bob Greasy when they won the Rose Bowl. And Keith Jackson said, go ahead. For God's sake, that's your son out there. He just won the Rose Bowl. You tell him, Keith. You tell him. Baseball has happened a few times. But could you? And we got a lot of talent in the St. Louis and Illinois area. Could you handle calling your kids' game? Could you? Could you? Could you? Here's another Drew Lock and Joshua Dobbs. So both quarterbacks going into the Super Bowl are not 100% healthy. Shoulder and oblique. Shoulder and oblique. Shoulder and oblique. What? Shoulder and oblique. Shoulder and oblique. Aha. That oblique, I mean, you got to twist and shout. Pow, you get hit down. Guess who gets to come in? Drew Lock from Mizzou. Okay. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Drake May, shoulder. Throwing shoulder. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Goes down. Pow, got him. Joshua Dobbs. So I'm telling you right now, wink, wink, honk, honk. Both of them getting in that Super Bowl game, not because the game is out of control. Both of those quarterbacks are going to get in the Super Bowl. Listen to me. Neither one of these quarterbacks are healthy. Keep that in mind. Penn State, Michigan State, 79,875 people at an outdoor collegiate hockey game. College football championship outdoors in Miami, Florida, 67,227. The people are telling you what they want. The people are telling you what they want. Yesterday on CBS Sunday Morning, famed podcaster and author Mel Robbins said, have sex before you go out. So before you go to the club with the girls, knock your man off. That way when you come home all drunk and throwing up all over the place and don't remember what happened last night in your underwear and your purse, you knock him off before you go out. That next morning, everybody's happy and it improves the sex life by 37%. Mel Robbins said that, not Dre Montez. It was on CBS Sunday Morning. Let the trumpets play. I saw it. I watched it. I wrote it down. And how. But have sex before you go out, ladies. Knock your man off before you go out. Knock him off. All right. When it comes to being that type of a fan, or you being that type of a player trying to concentrate, if you're a player, you prefer to get booed or you want a nice old chant going with you? He fell at the G League. He fell at the G League. He fell at the G League. Could you be at the free throw line doing that? Because you left the G League, you took some NBA money, but now you're back in college? Boy, you wrong. Somebody always going to find a loophole. And you can't say out loud, don't get mad at me because I found this loophole. How many of you went to high school in the district you were supposed to go to? Go ahead, raise your hand. How many of you went to the high school that you were supposed to go to? How many of you lied about where you live at to go to school? I mean, since we pointing fingers, I mean, if we're gonna point fingers, let's point fingers at the right way. Let's come on, let's do it. Let's point the fingers the right way. Come on, let's. Yeah. If we're gonna point the finger, we got to point the finger. Speaking of pointing the finger, I saw this in a survey about Valentine's Day. It said that if you admit the truth, that if you're the problem, if you're the toxic person in the relationship, and you're single, you should say that out loud. Admit that you're the problem. If you're the problem, just say it. Go ahead. I was the problem. Go ahead. Because both of y'all can't be lying. Both of y'all can't be right. Somebody lying. And does Valentine's Day mean anything to you? I keep meeting people say, it's just another day to me. Well, if he get me something, well, if she wants to go out to eat, I mean, it really no big old thing to me. Hell, I don't care. Hell, I just want to go hunting. It's like Valentine's Day doesn't mean anything. Thanksgiving, nobody likes to talk to anybody. Christmas, shh, be quiet. Don't tell nobody that you're happy. Easter, oh, don't get me started on that. So what is it, just your birthday and 4th of July? Oh, God, don't even talk about 4th of July. So you're not even from here. There are no safe, fun holidays to be excited about. I mean, St. Patrick's Day, you're not Irish. I mean, Mardi Gras, this is not New Orleans. Oh, my God. I mean, what happened to the good old fun holidays? You know, looking forward to good cookout, women half naked, great music, amazing food, the atmosphere. What happened to those holidays? What happened? What happened to those type of holidays? I mean, you ever told somebody Happy Thanksgiving, they got a tube with you? What's so happy about it? Whoa. Whoa. You ever told somebody Merry Christmas? That's a pagan holiday. Whoa, wait a minute now. Wait. It makes you look around and look for cameras. Am I being, what is going on here? I came out of the house and I saw a person, I waved. Don't cut me off. Don't ruin our good day. Don't ruin our good day, because people would do that. And when they ruin that day, things happen. And you find yourself in a situation where you might have to do what? Call the counselor. That's right. Call the counselor at 314-675-0377 for your legal needs. Call the counselor at 314-679-0377. The choice of an attorney is an advertisement decision and should not be based on this advertisement alone. You get in trouble, call the counselor. And tell them that Dre Montez sent you for sure. All right. So the question of the day to my football people, for NFL people, what did you do yesterday? Did you clean up to get everybody ready to come over to watch the game Sunday? Did you do a project you've been putting off since last year? Did you go shopping for a new project? Did you sleep all day? Did you go and get drunk? Did you get lucky? Did you put out? What did you do yesterday if you are an NFL fan? What did you do? Luckily, I love other sports. I got my NBA on, men's college basketball, women's college basketball, a little bit of tennis, a little bit of golf, a little teach of international soccer. So the day was covered. And the Grammys. Did anybody watch the Grammys last night? Could you recognize, or did you know, at least 10 musicians or acts or names or descriptions of the people? Did any of that seem right or deemed by you when you were watching and enjoying the Grammys? The opening was solid. It made me put songs together I've heard, but didn't know who the artist was, if that makes sense. It was connecting the dots. I was like, oh, so that's who that is. That one song, I had no idea that was Lady Gaga. And then the girl that was on the airplane, I had no idea that was the same lady. Her voice didn't fit the body. What's the other one I like? I like the collabs that they did for the D'Angelo Roberta Flack. I like that. That was cool. Pharrell and the Clips, that was tight. That was tight. They showed up and showed out. The 8 new acts that they did back to back, that was fire. That was fire. The outfits and clothing, the couples, the behavior, the presenters, the miscues, the host, Trevor Noah, my man. I like his swag. I like his swag. I think Sunday, the day itself with NBC trying to bring back daytime sports, trying to ease us NFL people, trying to hold our hand as we're about to go off the cliff to let us know it's going to be okay. I think they did a great job yesterday in getting us ready to accept what we're about to head off into after that Sunday. You know? That's when the real struggles come right there. But you folks that occupied your time yesterday, the folks that did the honeydew list, that finally went to church with the family, that finally did something with the kids on a Sunday, that did something other than watch football with their family, I applaud you. Were there any arguments yesterday? Any arguments yesterday? Instead of watching football, did you just sit on your ass and play the game all day? Not that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But occupying the time when football season is over with is a different breed. But I'm still curious, as we talked about in the Mind of Montez segment, about what the New York Football Giants NFL is going to do now with allegations of one of the owners of the Giants and allegations that he and Mr. Epstein had a situation going on. We know how they treat infractions involving football, but we know the NFL is all about integrity of the game off the field as well. I wonder how this is going to go with that situation. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing folds out, because there's been some drama in the NFL since the season ended, with teams not even in the playoffs. They were in the playoffs, but they're not now. The Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos, the drama that is going on with those teams is just, when you get into it, there's certain curse words and things you can say to your partner that may take a long time to come back from. There's just certain things you can't say out loud that are just off limits. But every now and then, that line gets crossed. You know, these coaches today, the NFL athlete, you can't talk to them the way you could in the 90s. It's not going to fly off that way. And I think some coaches still caught in that mindset. But when you have players that got that bite back in them, not disrespectful, but have an opinion on what you're saying, like, why do I have to do it this way? There's another way to do it. This can't be the only way to do that play. There has to be another equation, another solution, another play for us to do this other than that way. I can see players having that response, but I don't see it as a disrespect from the players today. But what's going on in the front office between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming as far as the reports and the allegations of the way that Josh Allen was sobbing in the locker room, to the allegations of the Denver Bronco players yelling out in the locker room at Jared Stidham that it was his fault. You had one damn job. You're the reason we lost this game. See, all of that, a little bit, I get it. I understand it. You have, when you fight and battle that much the way Buffalo has, that team is not getting any younger. Denver got a little bit more time, but there was a couple players that really wanted it. When you know you have that team, that nucleus, that right model going, and you can feel it, and one thing happens, like we'll never know what would have became of that Minnesota Vikings team because Gary Anderson missed the field goal. We'll never know. We'll never know what happened to any of those Baltimore Ravens team. Drop passes, missed field goal. We'll never know. But the teams that make it there, and we still have that, I wonder what method or why method it makes it even more frustrating. And then God forbid they put it on NFL Network and you see a replay of it on NFL Films. Oh man, it makes you even more mad. See, the athlete think they get upset. As the fan, you know how many times we have to see it over and over and over again. Not just on television in your home, on your commute to work. They're talking about on the radio. Of course, when you get to work, one of your buddies got it on his phone. Hey, Josh, did you see this? Of course you saw it. But they always want to show it to you. Why do people do that? They know that's your team. They know that's your guy. Did you see what happened to such and such Jackson? Of course I saw it. That's my guy. But we try to play along. No, what are you talking about? Well, we're not going to play along anymore, people. We're going to let them know we're not taking it no more. We're going to let them know for sure. Also, again, folks, we got to check on Paul George. We got to check on him. I'm concerned about Paul George. I really am. He is not. Sums up. I want the unraveled basketball league and the WNBA to get together and figure this out. Without the men, I need no men in this meeting. No men are allowed in the meeting. We're going to figure this thing out. Check out the TV show on Hulu, Unprisoned, with Delroy Lindo and Kerry Washington. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later for sure. Do not make any last-minute Valentine's plans, fellas. If you've been arguing for the past 2 weeks, don't do it. Because the first thing they're going to say, you didn't mean it. So don't do it. And today is Groundhog Day, and that SOB saw his shadow. Oh, we're in trouble. 6 more weeks. 6 more weeks. Well, drink you some Woodpecker beer, proud sponsor of Groundhog Day. But February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Maybe you should watch the movie. Do something interesting. Do something strange. Finish cleaning up and finish that project for sure. But this is Super Bowl week. So all of a sudden, there are a bunch of Seahawk fans. I have never seen a Seahawk fan in St. Louis in my entire life. Ever. But all of a sudden yesterday, I saw 47 of them telling me I told you so. What? What did you tell me? What did you tell me? No, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Where'd they come from? Where'd they come from? Where'd they come from? As well as the Patriots. You got to be careful around these parts talking about the Patriots. You have to be careful around here talking about these Patriots. You got some that love them and some it just ruins their day. They'll get up and move away from you if you talk about the Patriots. But it wasn't their fault. But that's how we are as sports fans. We hate who we hate, and there's nothing you can say about it. Don't try to change my mind. I would never root for the Cubs. I would never root for the Astros. I would never root for a team in the AFC other than my Broncos. It's in the bylaws. First chapter of the Bible. It's a sports Bible. It's right there. But a lot of people don't abide by it. You have Cub and Cardinal fans that have kids together. That's why we can't win nothing. They cursed the team. Holding hands in public. Who does that? What were these people raised at in caves? Beneath the ground? Who told you it was okay for a Cub and a Cardinal fan to date, let alone have a kid, and the audacity to get married and go to the game and want to tell me, excuse me, can you take our picture? You know what I did? I turned that camera around and took a picture myself. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. It's almost time for pitchers and catchers to report. Based on the reports I've been hearing about this team from my online GMs, online managers of Cardinal Nation, this does not look like it's going to be a good year for the Cardinals. I love when everybody counts us out. That's why they call it the wild card. It's all about how we start in our division and how that all-star break is going to look. But I don't want to count the chickens before it hatch. I'm going to wait patiently, take it day by day like everybody else. This is Super Bowl week. It's Black History Month. It's Groundhog Day. It's President's Day week month. And you can get a good mattress this month as well. So we got all that to look forward to, as well as the Daytona 500. The start of the Olympics coming up. Women's college softball about to start. If you don't like sports this month, you're going to find out if you do or don't. You're going to find out if you like sports this month. I don't care what type of sport it's on. You think you want to gamble, wait till the Olympics start. Wait till the Olympics start. The crazy bets for the Super Bowl, from the commercial to the color of the Gatorade to the first celebrity. First person to get caught on camera kissing. Will it be a celebrity? First TikTok star everybody knows. All kind of things and scenarios going to be off the place. We're going to talk about some food ideas other than chicken wings, Leon. If you just serving chicken wings and pizza into my BYOB, no, we're not coming. No. We're grown people now. We need a salad, an appetizer, a dessert, some ice cream. If you come in there talking about where the vegan food at, we're charging you triple times the amount of food. And you must do 4 shots in a row and 10 push-ups if you mention the word vegan at any Super Bowl party. All right, we're going to get all the rules out on Friday's show about Super Bowl etiquette. So we're going to get out of here, folks, and let you enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in to CertaPro Painters presents Montez at midday. Until Wednesday, we'll see you next time, folks. Peace, and I'll see you then. Peace out.